All right, I had to restart my recording because I realized that I was playing on. Uh, I blame my cat for this, but the sound was basically on KTV, which is one of the sound options on my mono board here. As I was saying, there was a ale was easier to produce. You want some beer? Get you some beer, because you're gonna get a lot of it. Especially with my game where I'm producing like 700 barley for 1 year. I don't know why. I just ended up getting that many, and that's a lot of barley that I'm producing right now. But here's the update. It came very quickly. Hopefully that doesn't break the save again. It technically didn't break the save for me. It mostly was breaking the game. But yeah, this is pretty. There have been quite a few updates, but you see, one malt now makes to ale, which is great. That means we don't have to grow as much barley, or alternatively, we can grow as much barley but be able to export more, like both to the neighbors and the like. Change stocks plowing directions to be even more historically accurate. I wish they would be faster, but the I keep forgetting how they do the length or the area of things. But usually, I consider 1 acre. They have it a little bit differently. And besides, I don't think that one thing is 1 acre given the size I make it. I think it's about 2, maybe 3 acres. But let's see, experimental. The game hides the demolish button on the very last hitching post in the region in order to protect new players from game overing themselves by deleting the last hitching post and making the ox run away. I made the stables follow the same rules so that if you had 10 stables and one hitching post, you may delete the hitching post, but if you have one stable, you can no longer delete it. So please do not game over yourself. It'd be funny, imagine how many players have been game overing themselves, like trapping themselves in the game. So adjusted the description of the better deals perk. Optimization, dynamic foliage lots, tree detail would now vary on the camera angle, additionally to being dependent on the distance to the camera. Fix the game crashing when Baron clears a bandit camp. I didn't know that happened. The game was crashing like for me for after a battle or whatever. Fix the crash when booting the game while volumetric cloud setting off or whatever. Volume setting is off in the ini file. Huh. So fixed herders not collecting wool from sheep if the sheep move after the task is created and not move again due to the camera being far. Oh, was that the problem? I actually was having this problem actually. I didn't realize that was a problem. So fixed, go away. Go away. Fixed barter traders leave imported non-food goods in market stalls. Imported? There was a literal log sitting in the market. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't imported. So fix the don't allow to delete last hitching post safety check not working on stables or if you have multiple billing tabs open at the same time. Wow. So he quite literally had to fix that in the middle of the update. He didn't even have to put that there, but apparently that he put that there. So fixed reserve set in the tavern for ale distribution is not being respected. Remove the extra 2 days between December and January, which resulted from the day of the year counter starting at 0. Fixed military equipment crafted by arsons is not being transported to the storehouse if the corresponding workshop storage is full. Fixed oxen not reaccommodating to another hitching post or stable in their current home, hitching post gets demolished. Fixed grass not disappearing after deleting and rebuilding a vegetable garden. That's interesting. The irregularity of the vegetable field shape now scales with their size. This way, they are no longer too wobbly as they get very large. From our side, this looks like a good candidate for the main branch, but I'll, as usual, wait for a confirmation from the community first. Thank you for playing. So, if you're playing the beta right now and you just want to use an older save, just load that save, save again, and then reload. That way it'll update properly for that particular game play. Of course, there's a bit of a risk with that because it could cause crashes, obviously, on that particular save. It still happens. Medieval Dynasty used to have this problem. They still haven't updated it. I wish they would. Please update Medieval Dynasty. Anyway, so that's it for this update. It's 0.7.999. So so it's not exactly a big update. It's a very quick update with a lot of bug fixes and the like. I don't think they're going to do anything other major. Maybe some battle or something else. Maybe some other things, but anything major like industrial or pottery or the like, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen anytime soon. I wish the markets could be fixed a little bit. Sometimes they just don't. Some places just don't grab the food that's literally right there in the market. Like they don't grab it. And I think they're trying to grab something that's already been grabbed by another household, and so they end up saying there's no food available, despite the fact that there's like 1,200 carrots available, and that's really frustrating. So you have, I say carrots, but it's actually vegetables, but they show the picture of a carrot for whatever reason, the sprite. So you have a problem with people improperly buying like firewood, because they always run out of firewood, and a lot of times they just don't get the firewood because they say there's no firewood available despite having a influx of 600 firewood. So they just don't get it, and I find that to be rather frustrating, like extremely frustrating. That should not be a major problem, but it is. And I don't really like that much. It gets really annoying having to deal with that. That being said, usually logistics tends to fix that, but even logistics has not been fixing it. Despite the fact that even when you go to the marketplace, you can see that all those market stalls are basically full. So that's been a problem. And other major updates like castles, the army, development stage, they might update like the development branches, because I feel like the development branch needs to be revamped, as well as the policies, because there's been hardly any policies at all thus far. There definitely needs to be some additions to policies, because there's only 2 available right now, and I haven't used them at all. The only time I would even think of using them is if we're like so desperate for food that I have to pick a policy. But the only time when that policy is actually needed is when like the early stages, and all of a sudden you're just desperate to get any food available at all. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, but anyway, this is the update, and those are my thoughts on what needs to be improved. And yeah, I guess that's it for the day. I remember when they added the pigs, which was great. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry, void. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more updates regarding Mana Lords and maybe some other stuff. If you want me to cover other games, I wouldn't mind going and covering those. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and